Welcome to another episode of the Storm the Court podcast. I'm Zane Ellis, and I just finished watching the game between the Indiana Pacers and the Washington Wizards. And oh boy, the Pacers put on a show. But first, let's just say, the Wizards might want to consider a new approach, like maybe chess instead of basketball? Call me crazy, but I think it's safe to say the Pacers are seriously bolstering their playoff credentials, while the Wizards are firmly entrenched in that lottery mindset. There was a palpable gap in talent and effort on that court tonight, and it was like watching a high school team scrimmage against a college squad. Honestly, if you're a Wizards fan, I hope you found something to cheer for, like a nice slice of pizza while you were watching. Going into this game, expectations were heavy. The Pacers, sitting pretty at 47-31, had a strong grip on their playoff hopes. Meanwhile, the Wizards were just trying to avoid losing by 20 points again, coming in with a 17-61 record. The betting line had the Pacers favored by a whopping 18.5 points, which, spoiler alert, they covered like butter on toast. The reality of the situation was both teams were in very different phases, one looking toward a playoff push and the other resigned to endless lottery dreams. Now, let's break down the action. The final score? Pacers 104, Wizards 98. But it wasn't even that close. The Wizards were just trying to hang on for dear life, and if you looked at the scoring by quarters, it was like they hit the panic button in the second. They scored just 13 points. At one point, I thought they might be playing a different game entirely, maybe one without a hoop, because it was brutal to watch. Now let's get into a stud and a dud of the night. The stud goes to Pascal Siakam, who was absolutely electric, netting 24 points, grabbing 10 boards, and tossing in a couple of steals for good measure. You could feel his confidence on the court. It was clear he's the best player on the floor. The dud, unfortunately, has to go to Miles Turner. He had a rough night shooting, just 30% from the field with only 14 points. His presence is huge, but when he's off like that, the Pacers look vulnerable. Now, let's dive into where the storylines collide with reality in what I call big fact versus big cap. There were murmurs before the game about the Pacers possibly being one of the more dangerous teams in the East come playoff time. Is that real? I mean, the stats tell one story, but let's not forget they've been inconsistent. Big fact? Sure, they have the talent and depth. Big cap? You better believe it if they step on the court flat. Playoffs expose weaknesses like a revealing dress at prom. So while they looked great tonight, let's see them do it against tenacity. I think we've arrived at a point where Wizards fans might want to start minimization with their expectations for the rest of the season, like prepping for a long rebuild. The jury's out on whether they'll ever stabilize, but if they snag a top pick in the draft, then hey, at least it'll be something to look forward to. As we wind down, I can't help but feel this game was a showcase of what's to come, and a reminder of the gulf between competitive teams and those in the cellar. Keep your heads up, Pacer fans, because it looks like a promising road ahead. We'll be back soon with more basketball breakdowns.